and I'm going to be giving you my picks today. Or we're going to go over my picks today because I made some picks yesterday. And I was right on most of them, but I'm going to go over them, and I'm going to give you tonight's pick, even though I talked about it last week. I'm going to give you more in depth of why I'm picking the Falcons over the Giants, and if the Giants have any chance at making Eli perform better. Shaquan Barkley is going to have to play one hell of a game as a running back. They're going to have to use him with weapons that they not done before. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's get to the Broncos and the Cardinals. That was just a good old whooping that the Denver defense put out there. Von Miller was just unbelievable, hitting every mark, going after the quarterback. Like I said, the Cardinals did not stand a chance without protecting the line, and they didn't protect. Von Miller knew he was going to get through. He knew he was going to protect. That's the whole deal. It's protecting the quarterback, Josh Rosen. I don't know if he's the quarterback of the future. He's playing right now as a future. But what I meant was, I don't know if he's a franchise quarterback yet. We haven't seen enough of him to say he's a franchise or he's not a franchise. He needs more games like 2 weeks ago. He needs to perform better. He needs more games. We need to see more games out of him, and he needs more weapons. The Cardinals have Fitzgerald, and that is it. That is it. And the ego, see, that's the thing the Patriots do so well, and that a lot of teams don't do so well, is shutting down that ego. The Steelers have a problem with it with Le'Veon Bell. The Cardinals paid Fitzgerald so much money as a wide receiver, and he's only one wide receiver. He's one of the few wide receivers that isn't such a diva that I've seen. They are such divas time and time again, and it's just not worth it to give them that ego-driven. Yes, they're good. But if you want to win Super Bowls, you cannot be paying quarterbacks and wide receivers so much money. Some of the quarterbacks who win are just unbelievably paid on their rookie seasons. Carson Wentz was paid on his rookie season, and so they made it to the playoffs the next year. And Nick Foles jumped in. Nick Foles was a backup, paid backup money wasn't paid that good. And so they weren't going to trade him because they had the cheapest backup, and they could throw him as a starter right away. So Arizona just got smoked, and I saw that coming in from the start. I watched the beginning of the game where they almost clued me into it, where they said that Arizona has a chance. And then I saw that first play where Arizona just got beat off the ball, and Josh Rosen threw a pick six, the first play of the game. And that was just not the way the Cardinals wanted to do it. As for Tennessee and LA Chargers, I picked the LA Chargers. Tennessee surprised me in this game. I'm losing by one. Marcus Mariota had a hell of a game. And Philip Rivers is still just controlling that offense to get better and better each week. And I see that's one of the I'm hoping. And I don't know if I'm going to pick the Chiefs in that game or not. But when the Chargers play the Chiefs, that's going to be one of the games of the week of what I'm going to choose. I'm going to have to really research that one. But Tennessee is just not playing well. And their defense, it was a tough loss for Tennessee. That division, I want to say Houston is the best team in that division right now. They're showing it week in, week out. Deshaun Watson is playing really well. He's staying healthy. So Houston's going to win that division if Tennessee doesn't step it up. As for my Patriots, who played Chicago today, Sunday night, yesterday, I picked the Patriots, of course. I was right. I want to say... I watched the game, actually. And Mitchell Trubisky actually surprised me in that game. He played very well, except for the two picks. The two picks was some reasons why they lost the game. Two of the reasons they lost the game, for one. And then that just lucky play that Trubisky threw. Yeah, he underthrew him, but I don't think that guy would have caught the ball if he overthrew. Trubisky got flustered. That was what the defense was. The Patriots defense was supposed to do. Week in, week out. The Patriots defense needs to get better, though. They did not play a very good defensive game. However, Chicago couldn't stop the run. Still couldn't stop James White. James White just played and got open. Edelman was getting open. And Chicago got a lucky break. Gronk wasn't there. So the one they didn't have answers for wasn't even playing. So if Gronk was playing, Chicago would have lost anyway. So New England needed this win because they need to go the rest of the way undefeated. And it's not going to be easy. They got Miami at Miami. They have a few other games that they could be very interesting. They still got the Jets twice this year, who have been playing some great games. So we'll see how that goes. As for Detroit and Miami, I think everybody I have listened to this weekend picked Miami, and I was the only one that was going to go out on a limb and pick Detroit, and I was right, and that's how it's going to be. You had their quarterback, Tannehill, was out and was a backup, so I wasn't going to pick Brock Osweiler. Matt Stafford was 18 for 22 for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. He played pretty well. Matthew Stafford is what I picked. So with Detroit, so some games you just got to go out on a limb, and there's a few I was wrong on to go on a limb on, and we're going to talk about those in just a minute. So let's talk about another game. Let's talk about one of those games I was wrong. Cleveland and Tampa Bay. I went on a limb. I decided to believe the hype of Baker Mayfield. Boy, was I wrong. Jameis Winston played a better game. He's a better quarterback. Obviously, we knew that from the start. But I didn't like Tampa Bay's defense. I thought Cleveland has played some better D, and they're going to win. Boy, was I wrong. So that's one where Spang was wrong. And that's not going to be the last time I'm going to be wrong. And it wasn't the first time I was wrong. But you know what? You got to go on a limb. And that's one that just bit me. So we're going to go Minnesota and New York. This was an easy one. Kirk Cousins just played his heart out. The Jets couldn't stop Kirk Cousins and that offense. And Sam Darnold doesn't have enough weapons yet. And is still getting there. The rest of is still learning a lot. And that Minnesota defense, I think, is getting back up to par. They had a rough, tough season in the beginning. They just wasn't playing like Minnesota defense. That head coach, Mike Zimmer, was the Bengals defensive coordinator. So he's going to get that defense up back to a great defensive par, and you just wait. As with the Colts and Bills, this was easy. Andrew Luck just played like Andrew Luck. And he got lucky that he played a defense that was not going to push his O-line, and his O-line was able to protect, and Luck had all day long. And Luck is going to show as soon as that team gets healthy and they give Luck some weapons, they're going to show like no other. So we'll see how the Colts end the season, and then where they lie in the draft, because they're going to be lucky if they hit 8-8, the Colts. Here's another one where I was wrong. I picked Jacksonville. Boy, was I wrong there. You pick Houston. Deshaun Watson just played awesome. Blake Boyles is sucking right now. However, that's all you got. You are stuck with Blake Boyles to the end of the season. There is no one you could call. No, you cannot call Kaepernick. He has not played for 2 years. He is god awful. That's why San Fran said, go. I will let you go. You suck. We just got a new head coach. We just got Jimmy Garoppolo. By the way, Kaepernick, you suck. That's what they said to him. And I'm the only one that's going to say it. And I will say it over and over and over again. Kaepernick is not the answer. Blake Boyles is all you got. Blake Boyles needs to play better, perform better, and he can do that. He's from Central Florida, so you just give him. You got to be patient with some quarterbacks, and just see how the year ends. I mean, you're not totally losing that division. That division, you're second in that division, tied with Tennessee. So you got some chances there. So, I mean, they could hit the wild card, but it's not going to be easy. And that defense needs to show up. Ramsey needs to show up. But Blake Boyles does need to play better. Yes, we know Blake Boyles sucks. But there's a whole lot out there worse than Blake Boyles. I would turn around next year and trade him for a backup quarterback. Trade him to a team that needs a backup quarterback or a team that could just doesn't have an answer question and see if they get some draft picks. You mean, and you might be able to pick somebody up in a later round. The number one picks aren't always. Blake Boyles was a number one pick. For God's sakes. Freaking Jamarcus Russell was a number one pick. Just because you're a number one pick doesn't mean you're that great, obviously. So, or first round pick even. New Orleans and Baltimore. I was the only one that picked New Orleans that I saw. They said that Baltimore defense was good. When you see the Baltimore defense get beat by the Cleveland Browns, no, they are not good. Don't even tell me they are good. No. As for Joe Flacco, I call him Fluco. So guess what? He's going to be a fluke off and on through your season. And so I picked New Orleans. You can't stop Drew Brees right now. He is on a mission to go back to go to the Super Bowl. And can he get there? Yeah, he could get there. He's going to have a hard time when he meets the LA Rams. I think they're the only team that's could. The Rams. The only team that can match the Rams would be the Vikings and the Saints. And we always saw the Vikings lose. So we'll see how let's see how the Saints can do. They still have a ways to go, but I was right on that one. Where I was wrong again, I picked Dallas. And I was wrong. I should have picked Washington. It was in Washington. I knew Washington had the better quarterback. I just didn't like the game manager. Stop. And Jay Gruden. Were they robbed? No, Jay Gruden just gave him a tip. Said, hey, they're not playing like that's not legal. You should call that. And that's what they did. There's a lot of plays that Dallas just could not do anything on offense. And then they were starting to get some things together, and Dak Prescott just fumbled the ball. In the end zone. You can't do that. You either throw up 2 points, which he should have done, or you gave up a touchdown, and you lose the game. So you can't do that. You can't do that. Yes, it's that kicker should have made a 52-yarder. And that long snapper should have known how to long snap the ball correctly is where he wouldn't get called for BS. I think it was a dumb call, but call's a call. I don't make the rules. My team just follows them really well that I like. So, because the Patriots barely get called for any penalties, so it's just you got to discipline your guys. It comes down to discipline and ego, and a lot of teams don't do it right. And the Patriots are a team that does it right every single year for a long time. So I'm happy about that. As for the Rams and Niners, the Niners are done. CJ Beathard is not the answer. Jimmy Garoppolo, they have to. Right now, they're just playing to be playing. They can play for fun. They can see how well their O-line does. They can try new weapons. That's the awesome part about San Francisco. They're not trying to win the division now. They're not taking the season by any far, but they have no choice. CJ Beathard is what they have. And the Rams are just unbelievably good. Golf is playing awesome. Sue is playing awesome on defense. Their rushing attack with Gurley is just wow. He done 200 yards last week, and he's been just smoking up the yards all year long. As for Kansas City and Cincinnati, it's the Bengals. Why in the heck would you pick the Bengals and you had to pick Kansas City in that game. Patrick Mahomes has been playing unbelievable. Tyreek Hill is his automatic weapon. The Patriots could not stop that weapon until the very end, and the Patriots just got the best of them at the very end, just like they got the best of the Bears. So you have to give it to the Chiefs. I still pick them losing to the Rams later in the year, but do you pick them to beat the Denver next week's not going to be easy for them. They got LA, but the thing is about Kansas City is they got those teams in Kansas City. So I looked at the schedule. They got an easier schedule down the road than New England. So yes, they could get the number one pick and have home field advantage. However, I'm still going with New England. You have to go with New England. I've done my picks. I only got 4 games wrong this week. I got 3 games wrong last week. I could go over why I'm picking these over and over, and you still wouldn't believe me. You still wouldn't go with what I said. There's some guys you just call retards, and there's some guys you still call geniuses, and the ones you call geniuses you call retards the next week, or idiots the next week. Sorry for that word. But anyway, yeah, you're going to like guys in 1 week and you're going to hate one guys in 1 week. So me as a talker or broadcaster ain't going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I want to hear, and that's how it's going to go. And Kansas City was definitely the team to pick in that game. As for Atlanta and the Giants, it's still 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. I thought Atlanta would put some points on the board right now. So I guess that might be a toss-up. I still picked Atlanta. So thank you, and that's it.